for Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. Madam Chair, could you please take roll?
Commissioner Kniezek. Commissioner Garza has requested an excuse. Commissioner Clark-Coleman. Commissioner Killeen. Chair Clemente.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I have none. Can we move on to the next item, please?
C, approve the May 1st, 2024 meeting minutes.
There's been a motion and support. All in favor, say aye. All right, ayes have it. Can we go on to the next item?
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
All right. Now to our agenda. Madam Clerk, read number 1, please.
Item 1, under new business, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 1-year comparable source professional services contract with Ernst & Young LLP to continue cost tracking, reporting, and closeout functions for the county's federal pandemic relief funding.
Do we have any questions on this item? Okay, let's move on to number 2, please.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of retroactive Amendment 1 to a 6-month comparable source contract with an option to extend or renew with Robert Half, Inc. to continue providing temporary staffing in various areas, including financial planning and analysis for the Department of Management and Budget.
Is there someone here on this item?
Good morning. Rob Whittigan, Chief Deputy Financial Officer, Wayne County.
Hello. Are there any questions from the committee members? Yes. Go ahead, Commissioner Killeen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We've got another contractor too, I forget, on the agenda today. Is this are we hiring the temporary staffing as a result of the county not being able to fill all of its positions with county employees? So we're looking for temporary staffing to plug a hole?
Yeah, Commissioner. So the good news, I'll start with the good news first, is we converted, there was one temporary professional employee that we used through this contract, and we did convert them to a full-time Wayne County employee. The reason why we started looking through Robert Half is, to your point, trying to find a specific need within M&B, and that was costing out our CBA analysis. And this particular individual had I want to say 20 years experience with Ford Motor Company doing costing analysis. So, but yes, the goal is to bring them on board.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Thank you for that question and the answer, because I had the same. We are going to vote on all items. We'll just go through the agenda. So can we move on to number 3, please?
Item 3, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to an addendum to a 2-year cooperative agreement with Spalding DeDecker Associates, Inc., DBA Spalding DeDecker, to continue construction administration services for multiple planned and proposed parking lots adjacent to the criminal justice complex.
Is there someone here from this item?
Good morning, Greg Hurst, Director of Facilities Management and Planning. So this item is, so currently we have Spalding DeDecker. They were on as the designers for the parking structures or parking lots that are being developed and that are under construction currently for the CJC parking. What we're doing here is we're extending their services to be construction administration and management services throughout the completion of the project. So we're beyond design. So what they will be doing is they'll be on site managing that project, ensuring that everything is installed to specs. Also, they'll be managing that project daily and reporting back to the Facilities Management and Planning Department as to where we are. These are weekly meetings. They're on site daily, and this will be managing that project, actually all 3 projects through completion.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Is it just one project or multiple projects? And then how long do we expect it to take for the parking lots to be finished?
So currently 2 are under construction with a projected timeline with completion in between May and June. So there's a difference between substantial completion and then full completion. So that's the timeline for two that are currently being constructed. The third lot is close to being completely designed, and we anticipate probably another 12 to 18 months to finish that third lot once that's underway.
And do you know total number of parking that's going to be available?
I do not have the total number with
Okay.
me. That can be shared if necessary.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Are there any questions from committee members?
Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Commissioner Clean.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So in the original Criminal Justice Center deal, we bought out the provision regarding parking, right? The original deal was Rock would keep them, and then after 20 or 30 years or where they reached a certain number. But there was a provision for us to buy that out and for us to take control, which we did. Do we have now, have we bought all of the land that we need? Is there any other purchase of additional parking, or has that been accomplished?
So I can say currently there is no immediate property that's, under contract or where we're negotiating a purchase agreement at this point for parking.
I think it is necessary to get your question, the spaces, because there's how many, and who occupies them. My understanding at this point is employees will park for free over there. People visiting the jail or the JDF will be able to park for free, including, well, not including, but in addition, people coming down for jury duty. So I think if we can get, and that has intense interest from county employees all over. And so if we can get an update on that, how many spaces, are there going to be costs associated with anybody to park at those spaces? Or by buying them out, are these spaces going to be available to who I just mentioned at no cost? So I appreciate getting that.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We
you.
move on to item number 4, please, Madam Clerk.
Item 4, requesting commission approval of Amendment 2 to a 5-year legal services agreement with Miller Canfield Paddock and Stone PLC in the Criminal Justice Center Bond Counsel matter.
Are there any questions on this? This is before us because it's extending a little more than 5 years. Thank you. Let's move on to the addenda, please.
Moving to item 5 on the addenda, requesting commission approval of a 5-year contract with Mackinac Administrators LLC for third-party administrator services for disability and workers' compensation claims.
And can we go to number 6 too, because these are together.
Item 6, requesting commission approval of a 5-year contract with LaHouse Bartlett Disability Management, Inc., DBA Review Works, for third-party administrator services for disability and workers' compensation claims.
Is there someone here for this? Please state your name and title.
Donna Wilson, Personnel Human Resources Director. And I also have Dorian and Hoskins and Mike Cato here, and they'll go over the contract. But I just wanted to do some opening remarks that this is so pivotal at a time for employees when they are hurt. And we wanted to ensure that we had a vendor and a process that would be responsive to the employee's need at such a time. And so on behalf of, the county exec's office and what we're doing as operational excellence, this RFP process took into account our needs and the department's needs and the employees' needs. So we just are thankful to all those who participated.
Good morning, Commissioners. Through the Chair, Mike Cato. As Donna mentioned, we're also joined by members of the Mackinac team, Bill Brown and Aaron McBride, and we're also joined via Zoom Bob Barlett, who's from Review Works. Before you, as a result of an RFP, we have two vendors, Mackinac Administrators and Review Works. It's a 5-year contract beginning on June 1st. And Mackinac Administrators will handle the function of disability, workers' comp, and no fault. And Review Works will handle the bill review only for medical claims.
Thank you very much for being here. And I think that's very important to point out that this was put out to bid and you decided to split it up to have the best coverage for all the county employees and to work with you. And I appreciate everyone being here. Does anyone have any specific questions about this? Yes, Commissioner Clean?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Did we ever do this work in-house? I don't recall contracts like this coming before us to handle this. Did we ever do this in-house?
We've always used these vendors in some form or fashion. The previous vendors were similar to actually Mackinac and Review Works. And the functions we do in-house is, for example, Dorian serves as the disability and benefits. So she works in conjunction with Mackinac and Review Works. And same thing on my end with the no fault in-house up until Mackinac is involved or Review Works.
But we've hired third-party expertise in
We've-
this matter for quite
Correct.
some time?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And Madam Chair, if we could read number 7, please.
Item 7, requesting commission approval of a 3-year purchase order with Government Goods, Inc. for as-needed computers, laptops, peripheral equipment, and accessories.
So this is part of our tech refresh. This is a new contract countywide with Government Goods. Does anyone have any questions about this? All right, I think that we're all set then. If I could have a motion to approve items 1 through 7, please. Thank you, Commissioner Clean, and support from Kniezek and Clean. Yes, I'm looking at you and saying it. Thank you for correcting me. Commissioner Kniezek and support from Commissioner Clark Coleman. Can we take a vote, please? All those in favor? Any opposed? The ayes have it. Next item, please, Madam Clerk.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I know of none. Next.
G, public comments.
Is there anyone on Zoom or in the audience that would like to make a comment? Second, public comment from the audience or Zoom. Do you have any emails, Madam Clerk?
No emails are received.
Thank you. Public comment is closed. Motion to adjourn.